This is Dr. Kasturi Gaun, Head Department of Computer Science, Tirupandam Nodal College, giving you a small presentation on Oracle SQL commands. Okay, actually SQL commands are divided into 5 major categories. The first one is data definition language commands. This type of command includes create table, alter table, drop table. The syntax for create table command is as given below. Create table, table name, column 1, open bracket, column 1, what is the data type you are going to give, whether a numeric data type or a character data type. And if you are going to add some constraint like primary key or not null, you can give it along with the column. Then column 2, column 3, etc. up to n number of columns. Here I have created a table called EMP, employee table, which has got the following columns: employee number, number of row, primary key. What is the width of the particular column? That is employee number column, that is number of row. It's going to act as a primary key, so I have given the constraint as primary key. The next column is name, which is of data type varchar. You can give either a character data type or a varchar data type. The next department number, number of 2. Here I am giving only the department number. Then designation, character 15, the salary, 11 characters, 11 number, out of which 2 are a fraction part. Now, this will be executed. Now, actually, I have created a table in the system which is having the 5 columns. Suppose I want to drop the table and recreate it. I have to give drop table, table name, EMP. Or else I can create a table with the name employee 1. Okay. Instead of dropping the table, all the commands I have typed in a Word document, and then I'm just passing it, testing it in a SQL prompt. Now go to the edit paste option to paste the command. This table is also existing, so I'm going to drop the table EMP1. And then I'm going to once again create the table EMP1. It will give you a message table created. If you want to see the columns of this particular table, now it will be an empty table, so no rows will be there in EMP1. But I have created some rows in the EMP table already. If you want to see the rows or the records of the EMP table, you can select star from asterisk from EMP. It indicates that all the rows from the table EMP. To come back to the Word file, see the syntax is given for creating the table. The next command is alter table. Supposing I have created a table with 4 or 5 columns, wherein I would like to alter by adding some new columns. You can use the command alter table, table name. You can add a column, you can modify a column, or you can delete and drop a column. Alter table, table name, add column, data type you can give. Alter table, table name, modify column. What is the column you are going to add? Modify. What type of data type you are going to assign it to. So here I have created already a table called EMP1, and EMP is also there. And one more thing, when you are going to alter a table, only it should be, you can alter a table only if it is going to be an empty table. So I'm going to alter table EMP1, and I'm going to add date of birth and manager code. These 2 columns I'm going to add it to the table. Type in all the commands in a notepad or in a Word document so that any mistakes you commit, you can come and change it over here, because in Oracle, all the time you cannot go and make the corrections on the edit mode. You need to retype at times the command. So it's better to type it in a Word file or an SQL notepad, and then you can type in the commands. Alter table EMP1, I'm adding date of birth, date, data type, and the manager code, number of 2. So it will give me a message table altered. How will I know whether the table is altered? If you type describe followed by EMP1, the name of the table, it will show you the structure of the table, how many columns are there. See, actually I have created with the table with the 5 columns, employee number, name, department number, designation and salary. Now 2 more columns are added up, date of birth and manager code. So this command helps you to alter the table. Similarly, you can drop some columns, you can change the data type of the columns. Next is drop table. Drop table, table name will delete the table. So just give the command drop table, table name on the SQL form. It will delete the table. Now I am not going to delete any of the tables. Let me have these 2 tables so that I can use it for the further commands. Next, we are going to see data manipulation commands. What do you mean by manipulation commands? When you add a record, when you modify a record, when you delete a record, all these commands come under the category of data manipulation commands. Insert, update, and delete are these 3 commands come under this data manipulation commands. Insert. Insert, the syntax is insert into table name, values. How many columns are there? That many number of values you should give. Say for example, in the EMP table, I am going to insert, there are 5 columns in the EMP table. EMP1 table only I have 7 columns. I am going to insert this Rekha's record in the EMP table. Let me go back to the SQL prompt and then paste this command. Right click, edit, paste, put a semicolon. So it will give you a statement, 1 row created. Now you are going to see, you can use the up arrow to go back to the previous command. Select star from EMP will give you all the records fetched from the EMP table. So now if you see 234 Rekha's record has been added up in the database. Is that clear? Next, go back to the commands. Now, every time when I issue this command, the same Rekha's record will be added up. So, in order to avoid that, I want the user to be prompted for values. Either you can use insert into values ampersand followed by the column names. Supposing if you have a varchar data type, it must be quoted within single quotes. If it is a numeric data type, no need to put it in quotes. The next statement will simply give insert into EMP values ampersand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wherever I have character data type must be in quotes. Now let me execute this command in the SQL prompt. You see, what is the value for employee number 1? So I give 50. Finish. Department number 20. Maybe manager or MGR. Salary is 45,000. So it will give you 1 row created. The same command can once again be executed by giving slash. Instead of you typing in all the time, when you straight away give the values, it will try to add up the same record. Rather, if you give the parameters like this, you can keep on adding the records like this. Now I'll give a statement called commit. I'll tell you what is the use of commit. Now if you want to see all the records, once again you issue a command select star from emp the table name. You can see all the records. Now I have added two more records, Anish and Babu. Those two records are also inserted. So this is the use of insert statement. Many number of records can be inserted by using the insert statement. Next comes your update statement. Update is to modify some existing columns. Update table name, set column 1 is equal to the data, column 2 is equal to the data, etc. For where condition, for which record you want to update, you have to give using a command using the where clause. Update table name, here there is an example I have given. Update EMP, set salary is equal to salary plus 1000, where employee number is equal to 11. For the employee whose employee number is 11, I'm going to add a salary of, I'm going to give an increment of 1000 rupees. Let me execute this. Go back to the SQL. I have copied. Now let me paste it over here. Now already 11, employee number 11, Ram is earning an amount of 61,000. Now by executing this, the salary will be incremented by 1 more thousand. Now we will get 62,000. So like this you can update specifically some of the records. Supposing you want to give an increment of 500 to the people whose designation is executive, you can give update employee, set salary is equal to salary. The column name, sal means here I have specified the column name as sal. So here I will be specifying it as sal. If you are giving it as salary, give it as a salary. Update EMP, set salary is equal to salary plus 500, where this designation equal to executive. In this particular case, person whose designation is equal to executive, they all will be given an increment of 500. Say, Ravi and as well as Rekha will get a 500 rupees increment. Three rows updated. So one more executive, Babu will also be getting an increment of 500. Now you see these three records are having an increment of plus 500. Next, delete command. This is also one of the data manipulation command. Delete from table name where condition. Now I am going to delete a record. The name is equal to Sita. If this particular row exists in the table, automatically the record will be deleted. I don't have a record with the name Sita. I'll just execute this. 0 rows deleted. Supposing I give here instead of Sita, I'm going to delete the salary of, I'm going to delete the record of Babu. Let me give the name as, you can give either the name is equal to Babu or employee number is equal to 55. Whichever column, if you want to give some constraint, you can give. Now, 55 Babu's record is deleted. So, we have seen insert, update and delete commands, which are of the data manipulation commands. Next, we are going to see transaction control commands. Now, I have committed earlier when I created a database and I inserted the records, I gave a commit statement. Now, a particular row is deleted. Okay. Now, when I say a commit, all these changes, whatever I have done so far, the updation, everything will be done to the table permanently. Okay. Now, before, when I want to cancel out some of the changes in the table, I can give a save point, or I can give rollback commands. See, for example, let me set a save point S1. Okay. Now a save point is created. Now whatever commands I'm going to give, say for example, an insert statement I'm going to insert a new record to the value 2222. Department number 20. Something like this. I have created a record. Now when I give a select statement, select star from EMP, you can see Lata's record is been added to the table. Now when I say roll back to S1, roll back, it's completed. Now if you say the last recently done the changes, that is the record insertion of Lata's won't be there in the table. This is got deleted. Okay, the next command, a rollback, a rollback after a commit is of no use. And similarly, a commit after a rollback is of no use. Okay, so wherever, supposing you have a doubt, you may add a record, you may cancel it out. In those situations, set a save point wherever required, roll back to that particular save point. Supposing 5 commands you have typed, you want to cancel only 2 commands, you could have set up a save point at the after the third command. When you have a query, when you have a doubt, wherever required, you have to set a save point so that you can cancel and go back to the previous status. Next, we are going to see data query language. The select statement, any type of select statement comes under the data query language command. For example, select star from EMP. Supposing I want to set some conditions where department number is equal to 10, I can give a condition like this. Only those records which satisfies this particular condition will alone be displayed. All other records won't be displayed. Similarly, not only numeric fields, you can just give any other the character field also. You can give an AND condition or condition. Everything is possible. But I would like to say employee name is equal to name starting with a letter name, like I say S percentage or R percentage. All the records whose name starts with an alphabet or followed by any number of characters will be displayed. This is the use of select statements. We'll see in the later sessions joins, equi joins, and what are all the other conditions that you can apply to a queries. Select statement. Next, the last control language command is data control language command. There are 2 categories in this: grant and revoke. Grant is to grant the privileges to an user. Supposing there are n number of users in an Oracle database, there will be a database administrator and there will be n number of persons, users working on the database. Here, I would like to give a grant permission, grant insert on EMP table to a user 1. I can give this command. Grant, the syntax is grant privilege on the object to the user. Similarly, if I want to take out the granted privilege, I can give revoke privilege on the object from the particular user. Say, for example, I can give grant all on EMP to user 1. Similarly, revoke only delete permission on EMP from user 1. This can be executed in a place where multi-users are working, so that you can restrict the operations on insertion or deletion. The priority, the privileges can be granted or revoked to the other users. So with that, the all SQL commands are getting completed. The next session we will have it with another example of another type of topic. We'll just meet. Thank you. Thank you.